Let's jump into reflecting on your needs in a job. The first thing that I want you to reflect on is your values. And that can feel big and ambiguous, but I'll break this down in a way that hopefully helps you answer some of these questions around what your values are and why they're important. I named this program a value-driven career because I believe that most people, not everybody, but most people work in a role because of their values. And this doesn't mean that you have to find a job that's your passion or the perfect fit for you. You have to find a job that fits with your values. I am going to break values down into two separate segments. The first segment is your personal values. Your personal values are how you want to live your life. They're how you want to work. They're how you want to engage in work and how you want to be supported in work. I'm going to list off a few examples. A personal value might be that you want a lot of autonomy or you want a lot of support in your job. A personal value might be service to other people. A personal value might be community, that your community is really important to you. I'll ask people, what are your hobbies? What do you care about? What do you do outside of work? And that helps me better understand their values and who they are as a person. I also ask people the question, why do you work? Why work? Do you work because you want to make enough money to travel to different countries and that at the end of the day, that's what's most important to you? Do you work because you want to engage and support your local community and that is what's most important to you? What is the reason that you work? Maybe there's a couple different big reasons. The second component of values is corporate or organizational values. Our personal values tend to overlap with the values that we want in a corporate setting. So it's important to think about what types of organizational values you would want to see in a company to feel like the company is a good fit. Do you feel that the company that you work at needs to have strong internal communication? Do you want to see them supporting different communities or populations? What are some of the things that are important to you in an organization? If it helps, as you're listing out your values, you can break out your values from personal values to organizational values and list out your personal ones and then list out the ones that you want to see in an organization. I've listed some questions here to help prompt you to think about what types of values that you have as an individual. Once you list out your personal values, pick your top 5. Your top 5 non-negotiable values, the things that must be met. Maybe it's a certain salary, a certain location, that the company must support your community. I keep using that example. But pick the top 5 values that are non-negotiables because we might not be able to meet every single value that you've listed in your next job, but we do want to figure out what are the top priorities. That way, when you're going into interviews, when you're talking to people, then when you're networking, you can have these values in the back of your mind and cross-reference these values as you're going about your search.